for a Resonant Space is a collaborative project involving the oldest public high school orchestra in the nation, 2 Kansas string teachers teaching at a collegiate level, a Kansas orchestra director, and 2 Kansas composers. It will take place over 4 days in Winfield, Kansas, and will culminate in a concert at the First Presbyterian Church on Saturday, September 9th at 7 p.m. And I'm a Kansas native and a composer. I grew up playing in string orchestras in Kansas, and I wanted to share some of my music with people in my home state. I found many willing partners. Roberta Banks, the director of the Winfield High School Orchestra, began planning with me for this project back in June. Ann Samuelson, who plays violin and teaches at Bethany College in Lindsborg and at Kansas Wesleyan College in Salina, will play the solo on a double concerto that I wrote last spring. The piece I wrote for Ann Samuelson, called Music for a Resonant Space, which is also the title of the concert, is a double concerto. It's written for solo piano, solo violin, and string orchestra. Here's a clip of me practicing the cadenza for that. Lillian Green, who I met at a conference in Baltimore last March, agreed to play a piece I hadn't even written yet. Here's a clip of her playing part of that piece. It's called Dragonfly Dance. Kansas State University helped me find Hannah Bartel-Groening. She is a recent graduate in music composition from that school, and she is contributing a piece to the concert. Here she is telling an entertaining story about that piece, Pages Floating on Air.
Pages Floating on Air was actually an idea I came up with while playing with a string quartet in college. And there were many times during rehearsals where our sheet music would either be knocked off or blown off the stand, and then we would end up stopping and waiting for the music to get picked up and put back where it belonged. And once when we were rehearsing, I thought out loud, wouldn't it be neat if we actually had a song where we were supposed to throw the music off the stand on purpose? And so everyone thought that would be kind of fun, so I set about trying to write a piece of music that would incorporate pages of music actually flying off the stand and floating to the floor. Well, the song got written and titled accordingly, but I never could find a good spot for us to throw any music. There are some passages in the piece that are supposed to sound like pages slowly floating to the air, but no music has actually been thrown during a performance of this song.
Perhaps most importantly, my longtime friend and orchestra buddy, Kim Heltzer, has agreed to keep me organized during this project. Thank you, Kim. This project will not cost anyone very much money, but there are a few expenses we need help with. They are travel stipends for the soloist, supper for the orchestra members on the day of the concert, tuning the piano, posters and programs, and a stipend for the host church and the high school orchestra, the oldest one in the nation. Another way to help is by volunteering. We need help ushering and help with the supper for the orchestra members on the day of the concert. If you would like to make a monetary donation, that will help our project along, and you can see instructions on how to do that on your screen. Thank you for your time and attention, and I hope to see you at the concert.